Good evening, you guys. So, I want to talk a little bit about surrendering. So, this month I'm working on basically, rekindling some things, if that makes sense. And I'm working on surrendering while walking by faith and not by sight, if that makes sense. And I had to get to a point and understanding and accepting that my walk with Christ is not perfect at all. And, sometimes we may fall short, but it doesn't mean to just stop, or to give up, or because your life may not be completely aligned up, the way that some people may think that it should be with God. I know for me, like, I try to live a life that's pleasing to God, and I know I fall short because I'm not perfect, but, I try to, continue each and every day, with the mindset that, God, all of you and none of me, and if I fall short, God, please forgive me. But I guess I'm in a point in my life where, it's okay to say, well, maybe I surrendered myself, years ago, but you know what, God, I need to resurrender myself. And that's where I'm at a place of resurrendering, and understanding that, things happen and to keep going. So my read tonight is coming from, you guys, Mark 14:35, and it's really, really good. It basically says, he went on a little farther and fell to the ground. He prayed that if it is possible, the awful hour awaiting him might pass him. He said, Father, he cried out, everything is possible for you. Please take this cup of suffering away from me. Yet I want your will to be done, not mine. And I'm like, wow, you know what I'm saying? God, if it's your will to take this cup of suffering, God, please take this cup. But if it's not your will for me to be out of my storm, or if it's not your will, allow me strength and comfort, you know what I'm saying, to keep pushing on. And I think for a lot of us, sometimes we get in our own way. For me, I know that everything, that I do has to be some form of godliness with it. I know that if I don't pray and ask God for direction and I just go on Tierra's way, that most of the time it doesn't work out. But God, in the spirit of confusion, or the spirit where I feel like, I don't have enough, or I'm not doing enough, Father God, you take this cup from me. But if you don't take the cup from me, Father God, allow me to be okay where I am. But I completely surrender my life to you, God. And I'm asking you to use me. You know what I'm saying? Use me as you see fit. And I think I'm at a point in my life where, it doesn't matter what other people say or how other people feel about me. I know, that I serve a God who is a mighty God who, allows us to have grace and to have mercy. So I want to encourage somebody who might be at a time in their life where they feel like, you fell down. The song says we fall down, but we get back up. We keep moving. A lot of times if we walk by faith and not by sight, it's not always easy, but faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things yet not seen. God, I understand that when I pray, that you said if I ask in your name, then it shall be given. Father God, help me to see that some of my prayers may not be answered right away, but let me be okay with it. So I hope that this encouraged somebody to know, sometimes we just got to surrender our life over to God and trust and believe that God's will for our life is best for us. Be blessed.